humble, clear, flattened neighborhood. Different, civil in Chenery, like any other places. Seems like a suburban in a very clefty of a sechvotani of a slati shefty. In Sfotem effected and Salet Ishvasam, the largest ever. We can check a very tower right there, which is exactly called Nest of Rapists of Gendarmería Nacional Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, Parque de la Ciudad de Buenos Aires. Well, فاطمة في خط بالفيات مسافة شخال خديك تو من ختيم فشوبل فتحتو تسيس مطلتي فسختيم الضفتي بتخات وش مطلدي خيات من ختلتيم فشوبت خدي كمثل خات هشمو ثلا انت ختيم اشتبت. We got a lot of things to explain today after 85 more invented causes with the rotaries of hell, armed forces and milicas Sodoma Argentina, telling if I don't like it, they are going to do worse and more for I do understand their commands. So 6 Sodoma degenerados keeps on making the same thing, and I have friends delivered into rape and murder in Sodoma Ejército Argentino after raped by hundreds of fectojato majati cloejatish botaj jibareja, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional CIDE, custody of Ho Tapatochtarish Luta Christina Kirchner in Paris. Verromele Vetradi FSF Shachalchia is supposed to be in jail in a prison, federal prison, nest of rapists and degenerates, Devoto and extra, making some meetings of supposed to have been in a penitentiary for drugs, possession, trading, consuming, and supposed murdering. And suddenly a lot of other situations which supposed to have been in rehab again, in an internation form as medicated, and also a lot of other like have been so nymph all around of the trousers of the generate says, seeking for I to be that. With extortions and everything else still all around this ways and all around these places, I am still struggled and suffering loss, which I am not gonna lose. Making invention with pedophilics, pardon for one, examination pretended of courts, brothels of Sodoma, degenerados, and the whole of federal degenerados like them, and the whole of RTF Electeri and the civil, degenerate everyone. Internation, get ready. Oh, let's put it in jail because I've gotta pay. And Borda, degenerados, telling of course, militars knows what they do and we gotta be careful so we gotta attend the situation. Don't you see, he's a criminal and a murderer. And Alvear and Piñero saying the same, for me, about me. So the reality of this all will be, they says that like Sodoma, degenerados, and Christina Kirchner, Sodoma Queen, and the whole pedophilics and the generates of her, telling like, because of being a title and a government, they has right to doing with the people whatever they want, especially Borda. The market of human meat and organs by murder one, still. And they're supposed to be a liar. And like they are, shitty ones. Well, the reality, delivered into a reality which we never expected, so suddenly. In the middle of this all, I'm supposed to be internated because of their human righty. And they says they are human righty, and everything is like, because if we are superior and we handle by the law, that's the reason why it sends to murder, rape, and destroying people all around, and saying we are human righty, we do what we have to do. Showing the world, exactly, staging. I've shown too much, and I've put it myself in front of the whole of the world for the world to see what is the reality about you to say to the world and who I am. right? Argentina horse. Sorry, the foreign I'm not telling Argentina, but Kirchner's officialism and all associated of Sodoma, right, Borda? Horse, with the burden of victims. And you, Alvear, pedazo de psicópatas degenerados. And you, Piñero, exactly igual. Same. Fochlemetria verfabile shecholatri batchaneski olfleneshachatzim. And fechomatria veleveshochalatri mefechatoshkalatri mefechatastashkidiv. And secholamatria vetzakashechalzamin. And with the pardon of you, Cuerpo Médico Forense, vos sos el nido de las más vivoreras y degeneradas culebras jamás conocidas. Retorcida, podrida, enferma, gorda, pesada, te alimentaste mucho de la vida de la gente, comiste mucha gente, devoraste mucho inocente, mucha víctima, y te haces la gloriosa perra enferma llena de celo de muerte, creída de poder. Cuerpo Médico Forense. Con el perdón de algunos. Then, suddenly, there comes the reality of, I know what I gotta do. It is my duty, so I handle the thing, and when it's my turn, I come and I do it because I'm the professional. Professional Sodoma. Somos el gobierno, por supuesto. Fetrama fetladia fesecha shachalim, introbabilivitadia foshochla etramatabel chatim, and fechomati livesekashkot, antechol ashkat atichim. Fekoshkot ladimetreva, tashvadlavti amafecha, ziot loma fechot ashkivotrania fechot ladiveshefetroma chatankim. Fechomatria falefeshocha etrimedafesocha eteshkatalach enchanim. Forgive me my humble moment. This is the panorama. This is the roof of my neighbor, which is actually not accessible except for any maintenance, which is really precarious and really old building construction, and kind of I wanted to buy some having this really tight because of its polymeric to not fly away whenever there is off of water, and suddenly we just used for the neighbors set to using what we had at hand. Sorry, my humble. Sorry. Vollemen gaat je vergroten, we spotlemen echter gadiske dagleetsem, wel gedacht gema vergalte, we spotlement je verzegotikos katlanim, vergomal gaat taskadi, vergolgani sevetlati. We knew who will have him back here, because of it is the class of the ones we know that doesn't take the medication and also are all the time making the lying games and making disaster and consuming and robbing and making all federal police of Argentina says, of course he's a criminal and a murderer, and we gotta handle because of we are human rights, we gotta put it in the way for this and not do nothing else in the world to understand we are not going to staging horse of hell. Well, Fachem Belgrem Elif is Shefachatrin Efachalchidesh Kotlamen Shechachit Imbolech Chabativesh Kodlechachadish Motelen Chatchanitem Fetrame Vechalitiva Shefecholchat Eikomachala Tashwatlanim. So I'm going to explain, apologize for this moment, to telling enough to the hell excrement enough. And let's putting the things in clear. Do you ever know what it's like a conditioning of thought? Conductist, witchcraft, and sorcery. Belvotrim festivalski attravel Hadeshofot Lanechion Botladike Fechadeshvotane Menechait Tarikim. ישבלך אתכם הפך לי טובש קדתימן, בלבך מתחני אפס כל שבתי. אלבך ומאחר תחודרתי ושובלכתכם עד אפסת, כולך מותך בדבסוף השכלתכם מנחתכם מנבסיקתי. גלפושם אתכם הפך על חני ספר שוכלתכם את האשף חלות, מנשייך אותכני כדלקך, אינשא משופל חתכם ולחדשכתכם נסיכלים. סוהר שובלכתכם הפך אותך לי אשף שופלכם, גלבוכם תחים הפכו את הלשכבת חד עשה אתכני כל מוסעתי פרחומה חלת חי הפכות עשה חלת חים הפכות לדי ושחתים אין כופלך מתחי ידע ושופכת לדי כתחכות ששמוסתים דן אולתכם הפכות לבידי ושפכות למתחי קידשך אל מונח תחת אינשו אתכלי אינשו בתחתי על בן חתחתי מוסקות לדי ושפכות חליקת המשאל חתיקה בצרן שכון עתקים פרחלו חתי מוסלקי יפחל סייש קובל חדת ליקה אינסומות לבית יפש אוכל חיית חמתיס גילת אשפצים כל בלחיתה כל בלתי משקי הבלחנתי אונשחלנתים עוד רבע לכתו אשבתם פלחתי כואב לכתד שוסר פתחים אינדול כקובך חלת השמעת כי לכות הדסקי אחד אשנסב גבלופך מוחחתיש אולתכם הפכולתכם הכי הפלש כבך אם בכל לב תיבוכת לוי דפש שוחל חתך לי כנסתיב מלחמת לי בסי הופכות לשמת לפחת דיקות לדבש נצחתך המחלתי שופכת חדש אופתצים אינדל כוחתי בתשמותה ולחדש מותצים דן מלבתי גומפלחתי מוספך לא תמדקשי עוד לחמתך ולפסי בשבט לי בתחום החדבות לדי משפכולתכם הפכה לי יצבל פשוחתים את כלבי דפשנך עוד למתי ושופל חיתו בקלי דמשפכות הבלתי וכוח הדשכנים סק לבתיקה אומפלכם התחתי ישפכותי מלפתנים אין סודומה עוד תבל קיובוכתכם הפלו ושפכות לבי דחנק תסיב לדי Have you seen Lord Sonia? Sorry for the victim salat. Then the reality, the people cannot think freely and clearly. The people cannot see, and supposedly one makes the business of the manipulation and making believe and see things that doesn't exist. When they are affording Sodoma all the time, which lives for this, degenerados, using the whole of the paranormal as has at the hand for whatever to has the sensitive character of understanding something on the spiritual to be manipulated, confused and delivered into witchcraft of Abal Sabtahat, like https www. ¿Cuál es la delicia de Cristina Kirchner, Aníbal Fernández, oficialismo argentino, Bourdon y ejército Sodoma argentino y toda su casta de clase de porquería, sodomita degenerada, vomitada, abominable, podrida? La realidad de la brujería sufayat, enfermedad eterna, enfermedad de todos los tiempos, masonería antigua, 666 actual, point INT, F2, Malaski and Cleaner, Last BLYTT is in New York, here is all. The thing is Adonai only is Adonai, and only Adonai will be Adonai. So, I cancel all Eshefot, all Tichtiva, all Tremecheti, by evangelic Babylon and the whole Botefshi, and the whole wrong Gaskat, Charesh Potra, Lo Cancelo, I cancel it. I cancel Tafshahi and Tachtlov Dachti Deshpotla, make abolition of all order of Fetzchoba Felsecha Shachteri by legacy, because of Adonai were never there, and I break the whole Dash Beatrice about the whole Zion Israel and about the whole victims in the whole of the world. Shalom. Gracias, Ruach Elohim. אספחת לו מתחי אפס ושוחל תחינת חדי אסף ליתי מן שופך חולת המפחת לשקתי. I am prove the whole of the Betevel Soto Baskatiri Bohet Tishi Bohot Tafat Bohot Toshke Bohot Shomot Bohot Kalfo. Prove it from the first to the last, from the beginning to the end. from the first victim until the last victim, in the name of Yahweh, Yahshua, Ruach Elohim. And all quality in all maiden and purulent abomination I approve it, and in the name of the Yahshua I destroy it in Ruach Elohim. Shalom. Sechotchem effechti avot letijashkatchi venchalchat Adonai felchidi shlachet. Shalom. Belfotchem effechotcha liefesechalat chadit isho emeshechelechotcha mefechalati melvotchem effechat ishvot lediyekatchalechot teshtef. The worst of all is the war, the threat, the menace, and you move and I kill them. You take away our sacrifices and I kill them. De generación abominable ejército argentino, every day. Degenerados sodomitas, telling the emblem and using anything like to being degenerados sodomitas, powery of the hell, and pretending to become God by using a simple piece of a rotten piece of a meat, like I'm gonna put like ashes. Shalom. Velchomet rebelef shefechat yelfochat melkatachidi shafit ingol blech moachatash volaktikat chadash votlanciem. Belvetrom afechal yeshafot ledecha takiat ekechadash moatsasim inomalti mekachatashva elatim inomal kerechti omosletiem. The scores today are: since Monday until now, today is Saturday, July 5th, 2014, 17:30 around Buenos Aires. We are talking about 5,114,218 murdered person in the whole of the region: Chile, Argentina, Bolivia, Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil. Just this week. And always is Ejército Argentino. And the whole of what Borda Alvear Piñeiro, Medical Council, Buenos Aires government, pretends. Cuerpo Médico Forense, Psychiatrist Beltuvochta, Ashofothe, Beltimasachel Shovatrenim, instruction, examination pretended of courts, Argentina except for one, and the whole damn sick crap, abominable presidents of Argentina, especially the degenerate assignated for the handle my case, going all around for, don't you dare to contradict an order for the president of Argentina, don't you dare to give a chap, Beitan Adeco Amia. You are going to have problems with us. And don't you dare to help him, and anyone that manipulated also wants to helping me. Robbed, raped, disappeared, murdered. Oh, they were internated. Oh, they just left. Oh, they are just making whatever because of they are. This all we show you. Oh, they were whack. Oh, they just escaped from the. Oh, they were. Oh. Good to know what were they in because of they were in danger in the living ways that they choose for themselves, and suddenly who knows? Oh, we are glorious on the Sodoma. Fotleme fichatme fishechal chatiel kamatchanim in sofe shefe chatreme fitashkiot chalechat traskimet men shoef chatie fachat lementie feshechti men fochal yetzave shechal chadat degenerados. On shefe chalimetria sefe shasi abomination. Wherever you do see in this land, on the name of a government, officialism, Kirchners, Ejército Argentino, Borda Alvear Piñeiro, Argerich, abominación. Fotlemetrie fechatia shefechalchatisket, en fochlemia sefechaltrim elefeshechatim, in fotlebiet fechalchatias katavti, in pochlochenemetrenia safti, because of I am the one to commence. Of course. מובלכת חבשפך טבע כי יאמר חידשמות לנינים. How is this possible? It's not healing. A lifetime making it witchcraft. A lifetime trying to produce anything we needed, and evangelics also destroying it for to come to bend in front of our C-word phallus. And it ain't done nothing. And never got healed, and always were putting back everything we wanted to do in the world and destroying us and putting down every one of ours. The liars. Of course! Of course! Say for 1-6. Of course! The liars! I have my meat, I'm gonna be cut! Of course! God of the lie. Like you will remain like a piece of a shit. Forgive me the words, please. I'm sorry, Hashem. The not level upon your name, and the dear thing for the reason of the anger. And some other. Sorry, Moshe, my love, Israel, Sion, friends, brothers, justice buddies, and everybody. The words are something which sometimes we choose, and some other, like I said, not really. Most of the words like are not exactly but denigration, even the ones that used it are exactly whenever you have some kind of a impotence, anger, rage and besmirching. Like survival is like you to deliver the whole of the vehemence and the whole of the rage and the whole of the violence in those words. Like for you to produce what you need to produce. The problem are the provokers for this to be used for something like they have such interests for power. And the reality is to give them back the shit they are. So suddenly